Sandra Barrington, Executive Director of Sierra Nevada Memorial Hospital Foundation, and welcome to Doc Talks. This is a series where we bring our local physicians to you so you can learn a little bit more about their background, what they do in our community, and maybe a little bit of what they think the future of healthcare might be in Western Nevada County. And I have a very special treat for you today, one of our newer primary care physicians, Dr. Gregory Reynolds.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely,
It's
happy to be here.
Great to finally meet you.
Yeah, you as well.
Yeah, you set up shop about January-ish.
Correct, you are, indeed, yeah.
And already very busy.
Yes, a lot of patients to be seen, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming to Western Nevada County and serving our community. We
Happy to be
appreciate
here.
that. Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your educational background and what got you to this point in your career.
Sure, yes. So I went to high school in Colfax, right over the way.
Local.
Yes, very much so. Then down the 80 corridor to UC Berkeley, where I was a double major in molecular and cell biology and U.S. history. Of all
history,
things.
okay.
Then I took a couple years to kind of look at other careers, other pathways through life. I grew up with a lawyer for a father, and he was always talking friends out of professional degrees. So I went and spent a year doing canvassing and canvas directing for an environmental nonprofit, and then worked at Genentech, which is a now, I think, sold and out of business, like biotech company.
Oh, interesting.
But they make drugs like Herceptin and Lucentis. So I was a very well-qualified dishwasher for them for about a year as well. And then decided that patient care was definitely my calling. Got into UC Davis, of all places, which was wonderful, under the Rural Prime program. So probably a couple decades ago now, they expanded the UC Medical School classes by 10%. And all of that 10% went to a certain area of needs. There's like a San Joaquin Valley Prime, there's a urban underserved Prime program, a whole selection of various populations of need. So I was in that program there, which also included a 5th year to do an MPH, which I finished at UC Davis as well. And then after graduating, went down to Long Beach Memorial Hospital for residency, which is a great residency program. They've been there forever. If anyone knows Long Beach, which, in this area, maybe not so much, but that hospital's been there forever, and they have a great program. And then came home after that. I was a National Health Service Corps person through med school. So I had some payback time to do. So we settled here back in town, but I was commuting to Yuba City at Ampla Health to pay back that time. So worked there for 4 years and change. And then when my wife became pregnant with our child, decided to move closer to home and come back here.
Yeah, so you have a 9-month-old.
Yes, indeed. Little Otis.
Yeah,
He's the best.
That's a lot to balance.
Absolutely.
Two working parents with a little 9-month-old.
Yeah, but we're making it do. It's working out. It's great.
Yeah, you make it work. I'm just curious. I'm going to go off script here a little bit. What was the interest in history?
I just ended up taking enough classes where I was like one thesis course away from getting the degree. So I went for it. U.S. history is fascinating. It's a weird world out there. So I just kind of got into the routine of taking the classes every semester and just ended up close enough. Yeah. I did have to take a class that was all about like tax law. That was not my thing.
That doesn't sound fun.
But other than that, yeah, it's absolutely fascinating. Just kind of a personal interest thing.
Oh, cool. Very interesting. So what was it? Was there a specific reason why you went into primary care? There's so many different specialties that you can choose from. What was it about primary care that inspired you?
So it was my inkling to start, because I grew up coming from a small town. You see a lot of people with very little like access to medicine. It's hard for people to get doctors and to get to care. So that was a big part of why I ended up in healthcare in the first place. So family medicine and primary care was definitely kind of my first instinct. But you don't really find your tribe until your 3rd year of med school. It's where they rotate you to each subspecialty and you kind of see how you fit in. And I had the classic family medicine primary care response was I would go to each tribe and be like, oh, I fit in. This is great. This is so much fun. Let's see what we can do. And then when I finally hit family medicine, it's like, oh, yes, this is the jack of all trades, master of none kind of group. So it just kind of called my name. I had a brief flirtation with doing psychiatry.
Oh, interesting.
I found that really fascinating. But when I was talking to actual psychiatrists, the things that I enjoyed doing were mostly done at the primary care level. So treating unipolar depression, anxiety, are more kind of straightforward, or not straightforward, but more
common
conditions, and really working with people on those. So primary care just fit all those niches for me.
That's great. Well, we definitely need more primary care physicians, so we're so happy you're here.
Happy to be.
So what does a typical day look like for you in your practice?
So usually we start seeing patients around 8, which means we need a little bit of prep time before that. So ideally half an hour, depends on how Otis is doing in the morning, how the baby does. But so prepping charts. Some docs have great memory. I'm not one of them, so I look through all my charts for the day, make sure I kind of know where I was at when I left it, and then start answering emails from patients and getting results out and that kind of thing. We start seeing patients around 8, and that's pretty pedal to the metal until noon. If I'm really lucky and I'm on top of everything and it's a rare day, I might take a run on lunch, which is a great day.
Yeah.
But then lunch is usually spent over the computer again, getting results, messages, all those good things, keeping people updated. And then the back half of the day, again, 1 to 5, straight through, patients the whole way.
Yeah. Okay.
It's great. This job allows 40 minutes for new patients. So all the transfers and care and everything else, we have some extra time, which is amazing. So we really get to dig in, get to know people, learn their histories in a deep way.
40 minutes is quite a bit of time.
Yeah, it's very generous.
That is very generous.
I was used to the 15:30 setup at my previous, so that extra time is huge.
Yeah. So what do you think the future of primary care might be like for a community like ours? What do you see in the future of healthcare?
So I think that, the primary answer would be technology expanding. And with anything, there's kind of a dystopia and a utopia to that, right? So the dystopian version is technology gives us more time to pack with more people, right? We're seeing patients closer together because computers help things. My hope is more the utopian version, which is if we get rid of some of that drudgery, the documentation time, some of the getting more decision support, that will give us more time to engage with the humanistic side of medicine. So investigating what is a person's definition of health and how that interacts with their conditions, and then using that to give them time to make decisions that are much more personalized. And I think that things like AI and better computers and EMRs developing will have more time for that as we go forward. And then the other flip side of that is also more individualized treatments. So we have all these amazing medications that are designed for a specific receptor or a specific gene or something else, where we can tailor not only what your decision is, but also what you're deciding on more to the person.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the future is more broadly.
Yeah, I love that perspective, because I think there's a lot of fear in the AI and the technology that everything's going to become too much computer facing and we're going to lose the human touch. But I love the perspective that you think it's going to add more time.
That's my hope, because that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
That's primary care in a nutshell.
That too. Yeah,
absolutely.
Seems like a great future for us.
I hope so.
Thank you. Well, thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate it. And you can find Doc Talks at supportsierranevada.org or on Nevada County Media.